This is a Frank podcast.
This Warriors Live Podcast 2025, episode 34, brought to you by King's Container Crew. For all your container packing and unpacking solutions, head to kingscontainercrew.com and hit the Work With Us tab if you can get a gig with those guys. Also, TAB, New Zealand TAB, and King and Frank Podcasts. Thanks a lot, guys. And Will and Brad here with you, live, Teamless Tuesday again. Tell you what, Brad, it's already feeling like a long week. I've got Friday on my mind already, and been a bit under the weather, but we're here and on the back of a win, so it's not all bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I was meant to be having a quiet week this week myself, just running around taking care of a few things, and all of a sudden it's gone and gone out of control. So luckily I had time on my hands to take care of a bit of stuff. But yeah, cruising, comfortable. That was a comfortable watch, wasn't it? That was one of the more comfier watches we've got to sit through in a while.
That not the first minute. I didn't even get there for the first Tigers try. I was a bit late getting out of my pre-match sauna.
Oh, and, Jesus.
Turned it on. I think we're 2 minutes in. Thought fucking Dewey's lining up a conversion. What the hell's happened here?
Oh,
but got pretty good from after that point.
That first set was good though, but we just gave away a penalty late. The first 2 or 3 hits of the game, you could tell we were on. Drive them back, especially the first 2 tackles, just driving them back. But gave away the penalty, bit of a leg up, which is what we've been guilty of the last few weeks. And the Tigers
turned it around though, 34 to 14. I guess inspired by Tanner Boyd's club debut. Tane Tuapiki, superb fullback. Pretty ordinary Tigers outfit, but you only play who's in front of you. And they got on top, dominated through the middle. Always looked comfortable. Pretty scrappy second half until putting them away with a couple of late tries, which was good to see. Nice 20-point win. Anyone who's joining us live, chuck any comments, questions. And we've got Stephen Peake. He's Warriors by 24 this week in Newcastle, he reckons. Paul Gallen to knock Sunnybill out. We're just talking about this pre-show, Brad. You'll be tuning in tomorrow night to see the old war.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to pay for it. Been burnt a couple of times on our pay-per-view, so I'm a little bit sheepish these days, but I'm interested. It's been a funny old build-up. These two, Jesus, they hate each other's guts. These two, they really dislike each other. So it'll be kind of interesting. They could have just been sorted in a pub car park at their age, though. I think now.
Yeah, it's a bit late. I mean, when these two were sort of in their prime and they're talking it up and they're both boxing a fair bit. It would have been kind of exciting. It's kind of lost a bit of fizz despite all the aggro. And paying for it. I always remember my old man paying for David Tua against Lennox Lewis back in 2001, I think it was. And he never got over it. Such a fizzer. Such a dull fight. He still brought it up years later. Anytime there was pay-per-view, like advertised. Oh, I paid $50 for that Tua Lewis fight.
There was a huge fight on that the whole country was around, and I went down to the Lone Star in Queenstown, went nice and early, watched the pre-cards, and I was like, oh, there's a bit of space here. This could be all right. Sat there for 4 hours watching what's it called? The lower card. What's that called?
Undercard. Yeah.
Undercard. That's the one. Yeah. Putting through that, and it just slowly got busier and busier and busier to the point where it was like you're like a sardine in this bar all of a sudden. And it was about 20 minutes before the fight was about to start. And I was like, nah, fuck this. Boosted home, quickly prepaid it, sat down and watched David Tua smack the shit out of Shane Cameron in about 20 seconds. Cost me about $80 and I got about 20 seconds out of it.
Yeah, the old the mountain warrior. Yeah.
Jeez.
A bit of a pasting.
Poor bastard. Cameron, he looks like he's a good boxer, but holy shit, Tua took exception on that day, and he just happened to be the man in front of him, didn't he? He was on a hiding to nothing. But yeah, that was the quickest $80 after sitting for 5 hours waiting for it to start, giving up. And then, yeah. But oh well, never thee mind. Will you watch it?
Yeah, I won't be paying for it. Wait for the
Yeah.
highlights on Thursday morning, I
Yeah,
think. Back to the game, Brad, on Sunday. Very
Yes.
satisfying. Fonzie sends his apologies. He's at a meeting he can't get out of, but so he's left us to carry the can again, but he has sent through a bit of a fairly comprehensive review as well. So,
Oh, well. Let it
well,
go.
late on, you say.
Yeah. Hit me.
So just just bear with me for 1 second while I get this sorted.
I'll just wait here.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Just gonna put the big fella up there so you can imagine if you're watching on YouTube. Imagine.
I thought you were going to put up the actual what he wrote. Like, I was like, oh, we'll read through this with Will. Nah.
No. First of all, he said the Tigers were poor after an early arm wrestle, got on top of them in the middle, and so this was an ideal game for a debut halfback, and a smaller fullback won't be easy that often. Probably a good point. The Tigers were poor and could not hold us through the middle, gave us plenty of opportunities, and their defence on the goal line was pretty poor. He also highlighted the average meters per carry. We were nearly 10 meters to their around 8. So yeah, that's a massive advantage when you think about every run. I think we had something like 1,700 all run meters to 1,300 odd, and with an even split of possession. So yeah, it was a bloodbath in that department. As I said, Tanner Boyd, very good for a first hit out, kicks well, knows his limits, and good ball, plays at the line to create space outside. Queries whether that space would be there against better teams with middle parity. Probably fair, but I thought it was a sparkling effort. 4 try involvements, looked very sharp inside the 20. His kicking game was great. He just gets such height on the ball. So the Tigers actually handled it pretty well, all in all, besides that the try to Harris DeVita in the last 10 minutes, but they always look tough to take some of those kicks, and looking forward to him pumping
Even
it
his
into
goal
the air.
kicking was a pleasant surprise.
5 from 6. He's been at over 80% in New South Wales Cup. He's up there with the better. I think he's an 80% career kicker in the NRL. He's that's a huge plus. Can kick a field goal if needed. So look forward to those opportunities.
I like that field goal just prior to half time. Taupiki having a nudge from 40 out. And just dropping under
and
the
not
bar.
far off.
Yeah. I like that. It's like Boyd was hoping probably to take it himself, but went the second play to do. Yeah, have a practice, boys, because God knows we'll need it down the track.
Not a bad strike at all. Said the same for Tane. Looked great running downhill. I thought Tane was excellent, over 200 meters. I think we've seen that sort of performance from every time he's got a chance at fullback. He's smaller, but he doesn't get too badly outmuscled, and he's done it against good teams. And I thought he was a real standout. Couple of big try involvements, that break towards the end, superb, and that's just I love seeing extra point of attack inside the 20. Far more of a natural ball player than Chance, and obviously Chance will probably come back in the number 1, but I can still see a world where Chance at centre and Tane at fullback is a better fit for the Warriors, particularly with a Boyd Harris DeVita halves combo. But yeah, we'll see what happens when Chance comes back. Obviously a few injuries in the centres. We'll come to that soon. Fons has also said it was reassuring to see the system still intact despite the spine changes. See it work and come well over the top of a bad team. I think we can be confident the wheels aren't going to fall off without Metcalf. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, we lose certain qualities with Metcalf. I think we maybe gain a little bit more in some departments, but we're not. It's not like Johnson 2015. It's not going to fall to bits. Without halfback there.
Do you reckon with Webster's style of play, he'd probably prefer a Boyd style halfback out there that plays by the script a bit? And do you know what? He's quite a cautious George coach. He plays the average game. By the law of averages, would you win more? I don't know. I think but they're two different players.
Certainly.
I wonder if Boyd fits with what Webster does a bit more than the off the cuff Metcalf does.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously not as brilliant, but he probably
Yeah.
plays a bit more like Johnson 2023 than Metcalf does.
Yeah.
As far as
It's a shame we're not going to see the
playing
two
shape
side
and
by
that.
side.
I mean, there's a possibility that they're the best two halves. Although I thought Harris DeVita, I think he's been great all year. Chanel, and just knows when to pick his times. A couple of tries the other night, bit of an opportunist, but can step up and take the reins if he sort of sees the opportunity.
Yeah.
Fonz has said, added to that last point, I don't think that told us much about how we'd go against the better teams. Again, real step up in class. I think the positive about the timing of it happening, we've got Newcastle are struggling and they're about to fire their coach. And then the Titans are also about to fire their coach. So this is a good little run to, just to get
Build
into your
some confidence.
groove and get those combinations going. And get on a bit of a roll until we do have some tougher games. I think then it's the Dolphins at home, very winnable. Then Bulldogs and Sydney, which is obviously a big one. So, the timing is not too bad from that respect. The tries the Tigers scored were a bit worrying. Right side was a mess. An easy stroll through tired middles for the Dewey try. Steadied the ship, but I think it had more to do with our middle dominance than anything else. Yeah, geez, those tries were pretty soft.
I watched that game again today. That second one where Dewey went through the middle, there was some pretty confusing talking going on by the referee during that play. And I almost wonder if the defense, it was like he was playing on from a 10-meter penalty and the defense got confused by what he was saying in the background. I don't know. I just noticed that before when I was having a little rewatch.
Where he scored under the post.
The coach was saying, I've got the 10 meters. I've got the 10-meter one. And they sort of, I don't know if it was because it went through Egan. I don't think it's two guys. It's two guys that know what they're doing in there. I don't think we should be worrying about Egan's defense.
No. I mean, well, I think they made about 100 tackles between them. Actually 100 tackles between them, Egan and Ford. So you can probably forgive them one.
Ford, that is flogging him out there, eh? What was he out there for 60 minutes his first shift?
65.
Jeez, he just goes for it.
Yeah.
He'd be a Sherpa when he retires.
But Fonz also mentioned, because I was so frustrated with those first half tries, I messaged him. I wanted to know who to blame on that right edge.
Nice.
So he told me, but he has added to that. He's the right side defense issues was starting well inside Rocco and Dallin. Marata slow sliding laterally, and Boyd slow to release and push out. So it did look like that upon a rewatch. Those two just holding too long and a bit slow for Marata. Berry and Dallin could be criticised for not being coordinated between themselves. They definitely weren't. But it was always 3-on-2 or 4-on-2 by the time it got to them. I don't think Dallin probably had could lay too much blame his way, that's for sure.
Nah. There was a lot of movement inwards from three guys inside him.
But it was a bit shambolic. Good to see that I don't know really if they got tested much after that. Certainly looked very stable once Tamati came in. He was good defensively and try assist after about 8 seconds as well, which was nice to see. The right centre giving the ball to Dallin.
How's Dallin with that try? He just pinned it for the very corner. If he had looked up, he could have just run he just for the dive right in the corner. The dude was 3 meters away from him. Out of it, dude.
And last point from Fonz. All in all, we learned that our depleted team is clearly better than bottom 4, but not taking much more than that away at this stage. So I mean that's a good point. But again, we don't have a really tough game for another few weeks. So until then, so we'll just have to see. But you're going to play who's in front of you, and that was a good win against a team coming off a win, and it were pretty desperate. So
yes,
plenty of positives. Certainly,
the last month we've had the yips, so it's nice to get a comfortable win against a team where you should get a comfortable win. So at least we're still traveling the right direction. If it was tough grind, or imagine even losing that with the way we've been going the last few weeks. No, I was happy. I was very happy with that win, even if it is just the Tigers. Geez, Tane started playing with them out on the wings, out on the edges, though, didn't he? When they were getting tired in that second half, he just had them tied in knots.
Yeah, that's what I like about Tane as well. He plays what's in front of him and always looking to make something happen too.
Yeah,
nice sort of point of difference, and plays his own way. Doesn't try and be anyone else. Or,
geez, he can take a hit.
classy
How
little
was that
footballer.
hit he got in the ribs?
Oh, you're absolutely hammered. Just
Great
what happened
shot.
in the New South Wales Cup. Yeah,
There was
like,
nothing
Jesus.
wrong with the tackle.
What?
Nothing at all wrong with the tackle. He got belted. To his credit,
Yeah.
he was up there. Couple of deep breaths.
Anyone else stood out particularly for you, Brad? I know that you're a big Vaimaunga fan.
Yeah, that first hit up to start the second half, that got the blood flow, because I was like sort of just lounging, not expecting much from the second half, and sort of just eased in my seat and then witnessed that as the whistle blew. Jesus, you see that, and then gets the penalty as well, straight into a roll on to start the second half. Oh, I'm loving that kid, man. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolute weapon.
Just really good work ethic, but aggressive, impactful, gets an offload and a pass going. I think he's got a great future.
The way him and Leka pick their
time.
moments, hey, even the way, because Leka, he doesn't, every game he sort of contests one kick, doesn't he? He picks one that he knows he's got a good, and he makes that play, and it's right. Where Vaimaunga, he picks his moments where he just does it, but then can contain himself for the rest of the play and just get into the grind. They're impressive kids, man.
Mature footballers, and it's their work rate almost impressed me more than anything. Like Leka made 43 tackles, 105 meters, and then still at the back end of a game where he played every minute, competing for that ball to put us out of reach, and then he scores a dazzling try to finish it off at the end. It's hell of a football.
Fuck, the future's bright in that forward pack, man.
Yeah. Special mention to Roger, 271 meters, another try, a couple of line breaks, and I thought Dallin had his best game of the year in a pretty checkered season so far. Back to sort of what we're used to him with the ball, 17 runs, 160 meters, a try, a couple of line breaks, and causing the Tigers trouble coming out of the Warriors' end, which is great to see. Mentioned Ford, 165 meters, 48 tackles. Aaron Clark solid again. 38 tackles, 119 meters, and a slick little try assist for Chanel in that first half.
Yeah, that was quite nice to watch, wasn't it?
Egan sort of playing what was in front of him, switching it from dummy half, and some good tries.
See, in the post-match interview, it was a planned move, but in the move itself on the training paddock, Clark's the one that goes over. But once he received the ball, he realised he wasn't getting close. And Chanel was just running that ripper. Or was it Chanel?
Yeah. Yep, he's on the score.
Everyone just stopped, didn't they?
A couple of stats here for you, Brad. You can find
sweet.
these in
Cool.
PAB Punters Lounge, my weekly piece for them. So that's 9 straight against West Tigers, the second longest rivalry winning streak in Warriors history, just behind the 12 matches that we won in a row against South from 99 to 2007. Nudged us in front of a winning streak against the Titans, which was also 8 games from 2011 to 14. So 9 straight against the Tigers.
That's
Quite
nice.
good. Nice to be on the right side of one of these for a change.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's nice. It has a nice ring to it.
The try scoring race, obviously Luke Metcalf was streaking away, and 8 tries in 15 games. Obviously he's out of commission now, so that's opened it right up, and quite an intriguing little try scoring race, and some unlikely names. It's a 3-way tie on 7 at the moment. Roger, who's got those in 10 games. Roger's having a great finishing year. The other 2, Chanel with that double, and Leka Halasima, his 7th try, the rookie.
Is that right?
Yeah, fascinating. After that, we've got Adam Pompey on 5, and then Berry, Ford, Leotawa, Nikorde, and Dallin on 3. So
what is a good winger? What are our good wingers history gone by in the past, back in time? What's a good average for a winger? What's a good amount?
Yeah, 15 plus, I think,
that's a real good season.
Well, I think 15 is a pretty good. Then obviously depends on how many games you miss, but Manu was regularly getting sort of between 15 and 20. I think 20 was his highest. He always missed a few games.
Yeah.
There was those sort of outlier seasons where Mally got 23 and Fusatua got 23, but didn't quite hit those heights again.
Yeah. So you should be expecting your winger to at least get 10 though, then, eh? Each winger.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean over 50%, over
Yeah.
0.5 tries per game is pretty, bit of a benchmark, I suppose.
Yeah.
And obviously
Yeah.
Dallon's been doing a lot better than that last couple of years. Is a real deep pool, Brad. We've been in the top 4 now for 14 weeks of the season, so that's pretty solid. But
Out of
when
how
you
many?
put it up,
19.
19, yeah,
Yeah, nice.
that's 17% of the entire 81 weeks in our history that we've spent in the top 4. So we've only spent 81 weeks of our 772 in the Premiership as a
Best out
top 4
14.
team. And yeah, that 14 of that has been this year, so better than a 6th.
Is that our best year?
I think we probably would. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'd have to go back and see if we were in 2002 probably, and 2023 would stand out as the years that maybe would end up.
Because we're not going to lose the top 4 in the next 2 weeks. No,
so yeah. That will continue at least for a couple of weeks and hopefully longer if we keep getting these wins that we should. And while we're hovering around this topic, Brad, we've only sat atop the competition ladder at the end of a weekend 4 times. One of those being when we got the minor premiership at the end of 2002.
What? 4 times?
Yep. 4 weeks. 4 weeks we've sat there going,
that's all it is.
Number 1.
4 singular weeks.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'd have to go back and see when they were, but yep.
Yeah, that's a horrible stat after 30 years, isn't it?
I'd say that
Jesus, I'd hate to know what Melbourne's is. God, and they're in there after us.
And yeah, on track for our 4th top 4 finish ever. 2002, 2007, 2023 are only other ones, so it's looking pretty good. I'm confident now. I thought that was a real big swing game. If we had dropped that, we're only 2 points ahead, and we're under pressure going to Newcastle. Now I feel like we can really consolidate again.
Blocker was annoyed. Who did they get? Blocker as a commentator in Aussie? Did they?
Yeah, they don't run the Sky commentary for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, out of it. I see. I was watching a game. This is off topic. I was watching a game. When was it? Saturday night, and was it Blocker and Kevy Walters in the booth with some poor commentator saying game is
herding cats.
It's just sort of hiding to nothing. I was going to text you. I don't know why I didn't, but yeah, far out. Nightmare. Who are you on with this weekend? Oh, you're not going to fucking believe it. Blocker and Kevy.
Well, both of them.
He's on the out of that commentator. Oh, sweet. Anyway,
I just wanted to mention the clean sweep of victories the Warriors had on the weekend. 4 from 4, probably the most remarkable. It was the first one. Jersey Flegg, 44-42 over the old. Who was that against?
Tigers.
It was against Brad West Tigers. Yeah. That's a remarkable scoreline in itself. The highest losing score in an NRL game in 115 odd years is 40. So that's a remarkable losing score for the Tigers. Even more remarkable, they're ahead 42-22 with 9 minutes to go. And the Warriors just went apeshit in that last 9 minutes, scored 4 tries. That poor old fella that got sin-binned with 5 to go. It's like, oh, well, we're probably home. Watching it comes out of the sheds. Hey, so what was the final score?
Oh, showered up.
Believe what happened.
Drinking his second beer. He put the cue in the rack, man.
Oh, man. And some impressive tries towards the end there. A third to young Canterbury-bred hooker, Makai Tafua. And yeah, Brandon Norris scoring the match winner was a beauty.
That was a ripper.
And some clutch goal kicking as well from Norris. 44-42, 42. What a win. Despite missing particularly Boyd, because he's been there all year, and obviously Tane has been there a bit as well. The New South Wales Cup team just keeps on rolling, 22-14 over Western Suburbs. Good solid win. And I only caught the highlights of this one, but Sio Kali on the wing looked good. Good to see Ali Leotawa, who's probably in line for a recall.
Yeah.
With Rocco Berry injured. He looked good, had assists for Kali and then the try himself. So, yeah, could see big Ali. Hopefully he's back on deck this week. He cost a late double in the first half as well to keep his name in the frame. Bounce back from that shocker against the Broncos.
Good in New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
You can see why they can't ignore him with his form that he plays in that grade. He's unstoppable. The next step is pretty big for him for some reason.
Great game from Sam Healy. Topped the run meter count, actually, 139 meters, and yeah, just dazzling inside the 20. Jet Cleary, some nice touches, and he's one of his, I guess, bigger assignments. He's had a couple of runs in New South Wales Cup, but yeah, good to see. Still leading the competition by a mile. It's exciting.
I didn't see any of that game. What was the score again? Sorry, in that New South Wales Cup.
22-14. So yeah, it's 22-0 until 12 minutes to go. Well, Taylor May, a late hat trick for the Magpies.
Oh, is he playing? I wondered during watching the first grade. I was like, because I heard rumors of him being there, and wondered why is he biding his or getting some meters on the legs in New South Wales Cup still.
Yeah. I guess Jet Cleary is a spot to lose. Him and Hansen steer that team around with Boyd probably playing the rest of the season first grade. So,
and then the woman had a great win too. That was
14-0, a great bounce back from that first up loss to the Roosters. Yeah, 14-0 over the Eels. Michaela Brake getting her first try and 240 odd meters as well.
Yeah.
So
God, she's a beast. Seen the interview of her after the game. She looks like she loves the rugby league environment, man. She is into it. Yeah. What a cool lady to have playing for the Warriors.
Yeah. We got Brad. 3 minutes to go. Should I punch out this 30 for 30 I've got?
Yeah, sweet. Go. Punch on.
Well, 30 for 30 replacements in honor of Tanner Boyd sort of coming in and filling a gap for the foreseeable future with Metcalf out for the season. So I've dug up a few sort of examples of players that have come in to do a job like this for an extended period. First of all, probably the best, PJ Marsh. He came over in 2002 from Parramatta as a 5'8". This restarted the season alongside Stacey. Monty Beetham breaks down with an ACL in the second game of the season, and so they chuck him in at hooker. Does a sensational job, becomes Queensland hooker, and stars in our grand final run. And yeah, that's where he played. Obviously had that neck injury, but some would say our best hooker despite only playing 30 odd games. A marvelous fill-in and just one of the great, happy accidents, really.
I didn't know he started as a 5'8". I thought he was always a hooker. Well, bugger me.
Yeah. I got Simon Mannering next, 2006. So he broke into first grade as a teenager, late 2005. He actually wasn't in the team at all for the first sort of chunk of 2006. Then Clinton Torpey left mid-season, went to the UK. And, Mannering, they chucked him in the centres, went great guns, got a Kiwis call-up at the end of the season. Still a 19, 20-year-old. And did a great job filling in numerous times as a centre too. Got Lance O'Hire next, Brad, 2008 and 2010, both times coming in for Wade McKinnon after an early season injury in 2008, and in 2010 after Wade left the club for the Tigers. Was sensational for two Warriors teams that stormed into the finals both years, and then both years won a major tournament with the Kiwis in that same position, the World Cup and Four Nations. So yeah, Mr. Versatile, love Lancey. Jesse Royal, bit of a obscure one here, the former Newcastle Knights, the Kiwi prop. Steve Price, when that injury prevented him from playing at all in 2010. It was Jesse Royal that came into the front row as a starter and played 21 games that year. So
Did he?
good to see. Want to make special mention of Lewis Brown and Kristen Inu, our 2011 grand final centres. Kind of forgotten little nugget of Warriors history that they were barely in the centres at all during the year. It was mostly Joel Moon and Sean Berrigan. Berrigan kind of fell out of favour. Joel Moon, I think, got injured in the first week of the finals, so Inu came in for Moon. He'd been playing on the wing if he was in the team at all. And Brown, mostly a second rower, bench utility type. He came in, I think, the last couple of rounds of the season, and all of a sudden these guys are starring and scoring match-winning tries in sudden death finals and playing in grand final in the centres. So, yeah, it's funny how things work out. Toi Lolo here, geez, he got thrown a couple of hospital passes. 2015, Sean Johnson's leg snaps off, chucked into the number 7, and lose 8 straight to finish off the year. Certainly not Tui's fault. And then 2016, Roger comes to the club, does his, I think he did an ACL after 7 rounds, and he jumped into the number 1 spot, did a fair job as well. Old Tui, just one of those ones that never quite hit his straps and found his spot, really. He was playing on the wing in both of those teams before he got shifted. Versatile, just didn't quite find his niche. Mason Lenor, I realise we're 6:01, so wrap this up. Mason Lenor, 2018, more so just little stints, but filled in for Sean Johnson. It was a major part of big upsets over the Roosters and Dragons in number 7. And then at the end of the season, chucked in for Blake Green when he had a little late season injury, and started and wins over the Panthers and the Raiders to get us into the finals. So, Mason.
Where's he? Where is he?
He is
in Super League.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure our listeners would way rather hear about what Mason Lenor's up to instead of the team list that just dropped. So
teamless schmeenless.
I'll let you know, Brad, that he is at Wakefield Trinity.
Oh, is he?
Goal kicking and carving up.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Right. What do we got for entertainment this weekend, Will?
Here we go.
Mine won't let me open it.
Yeah. Righto. Yeah. Just bear with me.
Yeah, sweet. Is yours my NRL's not opening for some reason?
Here we go.
Yeah, boy.
Come on. Read them out 1 to 17. Tane Tuabiki staying at fullback, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wings. The centres, Adam Pompey, Kirk Capewell. So Capewell comes back after being rested from Origin, slot into the centres. Chanel Harris-Davida and Tanner Boyd, obviously the halves. Looks like an unchanged forward pack. Fisher Harris, Wade Egan, Jackson Ford, Leka Halasima, Marata Nukore and Aaron Clark. And an unchanged bench, Tamati Martin, Jake Laban, Dimitri Kwaimaunga and Tanner Stiles-Smith. So, yeah, bit of a blow, I guess, for Ali Leotawa. He played New South Wales Cup and essentially been left out for the sake of retaining the likes of Tanner Stiles-Smith. Capewell out in the centres. What do you make of that one?
I don't mind having Ali out another week at all, especially if Capewell's who's coming out into the centres. Fords are doing a great job. You'd think they can handle this Newcastle team. Ali hasn't played much footy. He's been rushed back into first grade and getting injured probably within the first game or two for a long time. Get fit and strong, and then, I don't mind that team out there at all. Martin Laban.
Yeah, interesting to know
Laban was quiet in the weekend, wasn't he?
Yeah, he hardly got any minutes, which I found interesting given how...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 15,
good he's been. I'm just holding him back maybe after some big performances of late. And, Leka playing 80 minutes. Marata played plenty of minutes too. So, yeah, and Marata has been in the middle as well. So I guess it cuts down Laban's minutes, but
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, only changing that stability's got to be good for this week. Capewell's such a steady performer in the centres. I'm just trying to work out what side he's on, and it will be him up against Bradman Best, I believe. So maybe they, a little bit gun shy.
Horses for courses.
Yeah, putting old Ali can be a bit shaky on defence up against the bustling Bradman Best. I'm pretty sure that's how they'll line up. And certainly feel a little bit safer.
And up against the Knights. So why is there no Ponga?
Ponga's out for remember he missed the Origin decider.
Oh,
So you're abreast of all the big news in the NRL.
I've just heard the only news you seem to hear about Ponga lately is he's going to be playing for the All Blacks next year. You know what I mean? You don't actually get any actual factual news about why he's not playing. What's harder to find than
but I think he's out till the latter rounds. I'll go through this Newcastle team because there is some changes. Dane Gagai this week at fullback. He's captain side from fullback. He wasn't there last week. Dom Young, who slotted straight back in fairly well at the Knights, and Greg Marshew on the wings, Fletcher Hunt into the centre, so they've just switched around Hunt and Gagai. Bradman Best, as I said, Jackson Hastings and Jack Cogger in the halves, with Fletcher Sharp still out. Forwards Jake Saifidi, Jaden Brayley, Leo Thompson, Brodie Jones, Kai Pearce-Paul, and Phoenix Crossland at lock. Interchange Tyson Gamble. Geez, I've got a hell of a lot of utility types on this time, Tina. They back Croker, Tyson Frizzell, and Jermaine McEwen.
We should give these blokes a hiding, shouldn't we? Fuck.
Dylan Lucas out. It's a big loss. He's hard to handle and has proved hard to handle for the Warriors in the past. So that's Brodie Jones coming to the starting team for him, and Gamble, new face on the bench. Interesting to see Frizzell bump to the bench and Crossland at lock, because Crossland's been the starting hooker with Brayley off the bench. So a real reshuffle. There's obviously a lot of noise around the Knights, and they're going to pay out Adam O'Brien. Unless they go on another crazy late season run, but it has to start now for them. And if they lose at home to the Warriors, could be a bit of an interim coach scenario. Blake Green, former Warrior, who I think has more or less been at Newcastle since he ditched us mid 2020. Was it 2021? But midway through one of those seasons, he joined the Knights, and I think he stayed on the coaching staff ever since. Obviously, got a rap on him, but man, pretty early for a NRL gig. There's plenty of other guys that have been waiting for that opportunity, and Josh Hannay is the other one that's been spoken about. I've got a rap on him, Brad. I love Josh Hannay. Give him a fucking gig. Does a great job filling
just to
in.
Shut him up.
Cowboys, Sharks. He's on the Queensland stuff. He seems to be the next cab off the rank. So we'll see.
Walker boys are sniffing around the Titans, eh?
Yep, they've put their CV in, just dusted it up a bit.
They read him up at a TAB's bar leaner, eh? Those two. Bit of a game plan.
Shane Walker recently, actually. Good, nice bloke.
Is he? Yeah. They
interviewed him for
Are they still coaching?
No. So
that's what I think's weird about it. Anywho, Knights. What are you hoping the margin is on this slot?
I don't know. Going on the road, it's still a bit of a reshuffle team. I'm just happy to get any win, really. I mean,
14-12, you would be happy.
Yeah. Just get those 2 points, keep building. I mean, I prefer something. I think we can.
Yeah.
Give them a touch up, but I'm just happy with any win, really, at the moment. Get some momentum going again. Get these combinations working. It's been a bit of a graveyard for us. Haven't won at Newcastle since 2019. Lost 4 straight since then. Bitterly disappointing loss last year there. Even we're going well in 2023. We went down at Newcastle. So, tricky place to go. Obviously, they have a tough year.
I didn't realise it was as tricky.
Someone's changing their
What'd you say?
tune. It's
No,
like the cakewalk
that
game.
information would have been nicer rather than just throwing into idle conversation. That would have been what I was running with. So what'd you say? We haven't won there since 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So 4 on the
Yes,
trot.
now 14-12. I'll be stoked.
And we've had a lot of like games there in miserable weather and real ugly games, and they've grounded out. Newcastle have been absolutely horrible this year. I think they can barely go a game without producing a tryless half. So you'd be feeling pretty shit if they score a try in both halves against you. 32-14 they lost to the Storm last week. Too bad, given it's the Storm, but they had a couple out, Munster and co. And they've been losing some tight ones. Canberra 22-18 and round 17, a bit of a late flurry. They did beat the Dolphins, who were in form. Bit of an unlucky loss to the Roosters. So it's probably more the noise around O'Brien that gives me more confidence that we should sort of overpower them.
The noise has outweighed any of their footy all season, whether it be O'Brien or Ponga. It's just been chat about what's going on rather than fucking getting football played at that club. Yeah.
And it seems a bit of a mess, that the media pressure, the CEO's under the pump. So, I mean, it's a good time to get them. It's a good road trip to have. We've had a good run, and what are we, 5 straight in New South Wales? Are we still on that?
Did we do that? Who did we lose to? One at home and one in Brisbane?
One at home, one in Suncorp. So, we've been Cronulla, South, Dragons, and Tigers. I think maybe a game, and then the last game of last season. So, so 5 straight in New South Wales. That's a record. Let's make it 6, eh?
Yeah. No. Those stats, they're not good reading. But I did. What are we paying? I put on a little multi actually, just to, because I'm looking at the ladder wheel. I want the top 4 to start failing around us, so we can start clambering over them.
Start watching those other results.
I want to be feeding the other teams in the top 4 to those guys chasing all of a sudden, because Penrith and that are coming home for wet sail at the moment. I want to clamber over top of them, leave them for dead.
Yeah. So we're $1.46 favourites on the road. Tonight's $2.75. This is at New Zealand TAB, proud sponsors of the Warriors Live podcast. 6.5 point start. Back us to cover for sure. But it could be a slightly ugly one. I don't think we're going to smash them by 30 or anything.
No, I think we'll win. Yeah, we'll win. I think those stats, I might need to think about how much we'll win by. But I put a little multi on pre-show.
What did you get?
So I'm looking at the top 4 really. I've gone the Seagulls to beat the Storm, the Rabbits to beat the Panthers, the Eels to beat the Raiders, the Dragons to beat the Dogs, and the Warriors to beat the Knights. I put a tenner on that.
Oh man, what's that paying? The Milky Bars will be on you if that comes
2.5. Coming at 2.5. Yeah, man, I'll be booking the fucking limousine. So I might put a little just to keep it interesting for the run home. I'm quite excited about this little run to the semis, and I love doing the math on the ladder, just mapping out where I want to sit. Like we're going to be in the 8. At least we can play with that, and then daydream about being in the 4, and then daydream who I want to play against in that 4. And pre-show, we were talking, we just want to avoid Storm, don't we?
Yeah, that's ideal. And hope someone else tips them up in the finals and play someone else in the grand final. Exactly. Shannon Griffiths, he's got GF tickets if we want to join up with him, watch us play Canberra. And Kubi, everyone's just going, hey, all we did was beat the Tigers, and everyone's
but that's all you need, isn't it?
Can we talk about what we would all do if we won the comp? Kubi said. Jeez, it's a bit early to start thinking about that, but everyone's had those fantasies, what you would do if we win the comp, and take the week off, that's for sure.
I should be a Mad Monday. I'd enjoy a Mad Monday at home. I'd be dressed up by myself, and some I don't want to offend you.
Rewatching it.
Yeah, just sitting here on the piss by myself during the day. I'll get a barbecue guy around at lunchtime to feed me, and then he can leave, and then I'll probably, You lean into a Mad Monday with me?
Yeah. Well, surely we'll get together.
That's what we should
if we're
do.
in a grand final.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to watch together. I think we've talked about this, and obviously it'd be great to be there and amongst it. But there's part of me that just wants to be kicking back with, the people that I've been on this ride with,
The
and
core.
watching it at home. And I don't want to be surrounded by a pack of,
I
strangers.
want to celebrate it with people I know that have been through as much as I've been through. Those same people that you've spent a lot of time watching games with,
Yeah.
rather than him in a row behind me and then another dude 3 seats down beside. Yeah, in a lounge, high-fiving. Just yeah.
And a bit of self-preservation. If you lose, a lot better. You immediately think, fuck, I'm not there.
Yeah, exactly. But if we won the comp, God, it'd be nice to
Kirby
get that
says
monkey
he
off our
cried.
back. He cried.
Kirby's getting more specific about emotions. He'd cry. I think I'd cry. I'm sure I would.
You
It'd be
would.
pretty overwhelming.
I reckon. You would. I know that. I wonder if I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. Yeah, maybe a cry. Maybe get a tear out.
Yeah, just a little one. Just a manly.
Flying to Auckland to celebrate. Fortin Gardens of Lion Red.
Shannon, have you drunk Lion Red, mate? You 3 or 4, you start rethinking.
That's when the heartburn kicks in. That's when the heartburn starts dialing in. You had 2 sausage rolls with sauce.
I used to get, when I lived in Australia watching the Warriors, if I could find some Lion Red, I'd pick it up anytime just to watch the Warriors. But then this was when I was still in my late 20s, early 30s, but I don't think I could have a full session on it now. I do like it for old time's sake, but just one. A big bot here or there.
Or a silo can, one of those tall cans. It's a nice silo of it.
Yeah. Geez, I think we're just about done, Brad.
Yeah.
Decent shit.
Yeah. It is. Is it? Yeah, it is. We'll put in. Hey, thanks very much, team, for dropping in. Whoever did drop in.
Yeah, thanks for keeping us company, dropping your comments. Sorry if we didn't get them up on the screen or answer your questions.
Kickoff is when?
Yeah.
6
o'clock, 6:05 on
is it Sunday?
Sunday with the last game. So does that mean we're the Channel 9 game? We'll have the Fox commentators here, but there'll be the Channel 9 game over there. Warriors NRLW team, by the way, playing the Knights as well, but that's afterwards. So 8:15 kickoff.
Same ground.
NZT. Yep. If you want to, catch some more footy, we'll obviously support the ladies. That game is on after boys run around at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Why have they done that to them?
A bit of footy to come earlier. It was just 2 games on Sunday. The first one's Tigers Titans. Jeez, what a bludger of a contest that'll be.
Jesus Christ.
Around 21 opponents, the Titans and all sorts. But yeah.
I had a drinking game to that one for incompleted set of 6. What's that jewellery there? Just scroll down to that little necklace. Yeah, I wonder if Trace would like that little ladybug necklace.
Tell me to click on it. I'll send you the link.
Cheers, bruh. Oh, well, let's go do heaps of shit, man.
Yeah, sweet. Go and have your dinner. What's on the menu, mate?
I don't know. The lunatics are in charge of the asylum in there tonight.
No, it's not pizzas. Not pizzas again, is it?
No, I kid you not. I didn't even think about pizzas, but Otis asked for pizzas, but on pita bread basis. So here we go again.
Yeah, shit. Good luck.
File the teeth.
Oh, righto, mate.
Go to the garage.
I think I got some sort of chicken pasta thing come my way. So,
have you? Do you like pasta?
Yeah.
I ate too much of it flat days, and now I just think it's the cheapest, haggiest food you can have.
Yeah, you probably weren't adorning it with much flair, but tomato sauce.
not much garnishing going on.
Maybe a jar of Domio if you were feeling a bit
Oh,
extravagant.
never tomato base, always cream base. Never tomato.
Oh,
It's
really?
heartburn. Instant heartburn. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Couldn't look it in the eye. Right, bro. Let's go.
Okay, mate. Thanks to King's Container Crew, the TAB Frank Podcasts, everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's listening after the fact, from on Spotify or wherever you listen, audio only, or on YouTube, catching our ugly mugs. Like and subscribe wherever you're catching it. And
Tell your mates.
thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. Patreon supporters, most of all, of course. Until next time, Brad, here's to feeling good all the time.
This is a Frank Podcast.